Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 22 of the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel. If you're new to the series or even new to the channel, the Roblox Creepypasta series is where every single Sunday, we sit down and we read through a Roblox Creepypasta on the Roblox Creepypasta wiki. We read the thing through and then we give our thoughts and opinions at the end. And then you guys can also become a part of it by giving your thoughts in the comments when you're finished watching this video. We can get into a discussion in the comment section. Today I've got a very interesting one that I found. It's called William Portrait. It's a bit of a lengthy one compared to the ones I usually do, so you guys will be getting a slightly longer video today in the Roblox Creepypasta series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe down below as well. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. It was a very quick intro, surprisingly. Not normally that quick, but let's get into this creepypasta, William Portrait. Introduction. Roblox is a really fun game platform with a wide variety of communities and creators. However, like most big MMO sites and game engines, there is a weird side to it as well. But one time I found a user that was so weird, I'm surprised that no one has ever talked about him. Well, today I'm shining a light on this to show how weird this user is. To tell you how I met him, I was in a random game and he was walking around, but for some reason he went up to me and said, "You look friendly, let's be friends." For some reason, I decided to go along with it. We ended up talking and had a good time until he said he wanted to meet up in game. "Okay, what game?" I said. He proceeded to say we should meet up in his game. Little did I know he was going to be the weirdest user on Roblox that I have ever met. Part 1. Welcome to my house. So I joined the game after I joined the server, and your avatar appears to be in this really foggy and dark forest with a cobblestone pathway. I proceeded to walk along the pathway and then I saw a house. I walked inside the house and I saw William Portrait. "Hello, kind person, welcome to my house. Make yourself comfortable," he said. I walked around for a little bit. It was a decently built house. I saw the kitchen and the living room and the bathroom. I sat down on the couch in the living room and he said, "Would you like a nice piece of cake?" I took a little while to respond and then finally responded with, "Yes, I would like cake." He then got the cake from the kitchen and served it to me. So far this was a really weird experience, but I wanted to stay to see what would happen next. "Would you like to see my paintings?" he asked. I thought it was a really weird question, but I replied with yes, because I was curious. We proceeded to go upstairs and he showed me a picture he claimed was a portrait of his now deceased mother. I looked at it for a little bit until I realized that there was this weird fog. I asked what the black fog in the picture that he just showed me. "That's Yusuf. He's my imaginary friend. I still talk to him from time to time." I was weirded out. I have never ever seen something like this in Roblox before. "Wow, what's a good painting?" I replied. "Thanks. I took a long time on it," he replied. "Not now, Yusuf." I didn't know if he was insane or just playing tricks on me. Sorry about that. Yusuf gets a little cranky sometimes. I was still processing what just happened. I looked around the room and saw a black figure in the corner of the room. "Yusuf, what are you doing in front of guest?" William said. "I tried to get away, but I couldn't move." "Yusuf, stop. You're scaring the guest." Yusuf got closer and closer the more I tried to get away. He kept getting stronger and stronger. Then he disappears in the dark, never to be seen again. "Sorry about that. Yusuf is a special one," he said. I was so terrified that I couldn't even reply. Part 2. The basement. "Let's go to the basement," William said. I was still freaked out about that Yusuf accident. So we walked downstairs and it turned out the door was locked. "Stay here as I go get the key." He proceeded to walk to this room that he said I wasn't supposed to go in. He came back out with the key and unlocked the door. "Go in the door, friend." I hesitated to go in, but I ended up going in. After I went to it, it teleported you to a different game. The game was called William Basement. Now, this is the part where I'm shocked that no one has talked about this guy. Well, what was in the basement? Well, it was damp and dark like a real basement. Dare I say, hyper-realistic. Jokes aside, there were even more paintings on the wall. One was of a man, a child, and another woman. These are my whole family. That's my dad and my mom and my little brother, William said. Man, aren't you the answer? I replied. I walked around, and there was nothing too special with the place, just some boxes, unused furniture, all that stuff you would see in a basement. Smash! I heard something break. I looked over, hoping God it wasn't Yusuf again. It wasn't. It was something even more terrifying. It was a realistic rat. I knew it sounds cliche or cheesy, but seriously, why was a realistic rat in a game that just looks like the run-of-the-mill myth game? That wasn't the end of it. The object that broke was a lantern, and it wasn't any modern-day lantern. It had a fire in it. This wasn't your typical fire. It burned almost everything. Quickly, get out of here. Yusuf is so mad for some reason. Why does he mean by Yusuf is so mad for some reason? Anyways, I couldn't think about it for any longer because there was a freaking fire and we needed to escape. Thankfully, we managed to escape, but William just had to say this cryptic line. Man, sorry about that. This isn't the first time. Yusuf has done this before. Well, this just proves that Yusuf is not a friend. It's definitely a demon. I didn't really know why spending time in a game made for kids, but okay. Part 3, Revisiting. It has been a few weeks since the meetup with William. I could not stop thinking about Yusuf and the other things that have happened there. I was talking to one of my friends, and while I was talking, he thought something spacious was, I'm guessing that's meant to be suspicious, was going on. He notified me that there used to be a cult in the area, and they still have traces of the cult. I said that I wanted to meet up so we can still find evidence of the cult. So we managed to meet up and walked in the forest. We had a car tracker on our phones just in case we don't get lost. As I was walking, we found a cobblestone pathway like in the game. We walked along the path because we were curious. Sooner or later, we found an abandoned house, a blue house like the one in the game. I had a really strong urge not to go in there for some reason. Without thinking about it, I went in there. All of a sudden, all of the furniture was the same. Oh, I forgot to mention that we had a camera, so we captured some pictures too. But continuing the story, we walked the stairs and saw nothing. I expected more, but it was nothing. My friend took a picture of it. We walked downstairs to check out the area I'm mostly scared about. The basement. It was locked. We searched everywhere until I remembered that the key was in that room William told me not to go in. We opened the door. Luckily it wasn't locked, but I have never seen this room. There were a computer and a bookshelf, but not to mention there was no bed. We quickly grabbed the key and got out of there. We opened the basement door and walked down the steps. We saw the same portraits, but they looked odd. They had bloodshot eyes. I thought nothing of it and continued until I noticed that the eye was looking directly at me. Hello, John. My name censored due to privacy reasons. I guess you figured me out. I was scared out of my mind. I looked over and said this. Who's there? I heard nothing but something sounding like it's falling and shattering. It's your good old friend, Yusuf. Not in a million years had I guessed this would have happened. Where's William? I replied. Let's just say I had a little bit too much fun with him. He showed me the portrait. That's when I realized that William has died and Yusuf has put in the portrait. He had the bloodshot eyes like the other paintings. I was afraid that he was going to do the same to me. I bolted with my friend too. That most likely realized too. But I wasn't smart enough to know that he could just lock the doors. Part 4, The Escape. I thought I was going to die. If I never have gone into the stupid house, this would never have happened. Until the door suddenly became unlocked. I quickly bolted for the car, but it seems that the forest is never ending. Everywhere I went just seems like the same thing over and over again. We checked the car tracker. It was freaking out. When we thought we were lost, but we somehow found the car, we just got onto it as quickly as possible. Where we tried to drive, it just felt like shielding across the floor with socks on. I knew this was Yusuf, or whoever that creature name is, but we made it back home somehow. We looked at the pictures that we captured on our camera until we got to the attic one. There was a message on the wall that said, I'm not dead. I was too freaked out from all the terrible stuff that had happened. I wasn't too freaked out about it. So I got to my room and tried to import the photos to my computer. Error, a random voice said. I looked over and saw nothing. Error, error, error. I still didn't know what the voice was. It wasn't the computer. I just shut down the computer and walked out of my room. Then opened the door to get some fresh air until I realized that I was in the same forest that I saw that blue house. You attacked me and abandoned me, John. Now it's my turn to keep you here, said Yusuf. And, yeah, apparently the story is unfinished. I didn't know that before actually reading this. But wow, I really did enjoy the story. If you are a fan of this series, you will know I don't normally like the Roblox real world like switch or feature of the stories, but this one was not bad. There are a few I do like in the series. If you are new to the series, you should go watch other creepypasta series. There's some really good ones in the series. But yeah, I really did enjoy this one. There was a lot of extra information added, which really did add to the story a lot here, which was good. I feel like this was written by two different people, because the beginning did seem to be a bit more better than the end. I might be wrong, but yeah, there were a few spelling mistakes, grammar errors, but that's whatever. Okay, it wasn't terrible. I could still read it, and it was decent. There were some good things said here. I really did enjoy this. I do like the idea though that it was Roblox, then they went to investigate the house in real life. I do kind of like that idea. I don't know where they're going with the ending there, but they do say here that it's unfinished. So this is, I really do like the story. It really is a good story, and yeah, and interesting. And I feel like this is unique. I might be wrong. You guys might correct me, but I do feel like this is a unique story, which of course is really good to come across by, because normally the unique ones are pretty underrated. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about the story. Definitely a very interesting one. But I do want to know what you guys think, because of course I do care about what you guys think. Yeah, when you do, if you do have an opinion on this, let me know down below. I would really be interested. Even if it's different to mine, I would like to know why it's different to mine, because I really did enjoy this. But of course, everyone perceives the story differently. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week for episode 23. Thank you for all the love on the series and on the channel in general. Yeah, it's really been amazing. We recently hit 900 subscribers, which is absolutely mind-boggling. And of course, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're actually trying to hit it before the end of the year. It's tough, but we can do it. Okay, we have been surprised. Like, we have hit milestones that I wasn't expecting to hit really quickly, so we can still do it, and statistics says we can do it by the end of the year as well. But anyway, I'm mumbling on now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for episode 23. Be sure to tune in for that. And yeah, see you next week. Peace and out.